First off, my man, are you surviving Isapalooza 2021?
Oh yeah, it's not even bad. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. It's a lot worse out there, so it's kind of
Well, this,
a good thing.
we shut down the whole town here, so I
Yeah, I
mean,
know y'all shut it down for one snowflake, so that's kind of
so let me ask this. So they are allowing fans in the Irwin Center now. So bad weather and all. What would you tell the fans that are going to come see the game tomorrow about where y'all are at?
I feel like we're ready to compete. It's going to be a good game. TCU is a good team. They have good guards, good post players. I feel like we're starting to click again, starting to get our groove back, and then we just have to make sure we have a good day in practice today, just to carry over tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Dustin McComas, please.
Yeah, Courtney, after the Kansas State game, Shaka mentioned that you guys are still like not different from many other teams, but kind of figuring yourselves out still chemistry-wise, especially with the things you guys have gone through with different personnel and missed practices and games and things like that. How would you describe, just from the player-only perspective, where you guys are right now with chemistry? And in some ways, are you guys kind of relearning some things that maybe you thought you had figured out in December?
I feel like we're a team right now who knows that we can win each and every game, and we just know like the game of basketball is all about rhythm, and the team that has the best rhythm is gonna win the most games. So it's just basically just getting that rhythm back because we were on pause for 20 days. We had people with COVID, coaches with COVID, so that took us out of rhythm a little bit, but we're getting it back each and every day.
Has that been frustrating for some guys, to kind of maybe miss a game here or there, and maybe they don't play as much the next game, or their role might be a little bit different? And, you're a guy that's unafraid to make your voice heard, and even if that might ruffle some feathers, have there been some conversation amongst you guys about how to get back that rhythm and get on the same page?
Yeah, we had a conversation after the last game, and the big picture was if we all care about Texas winning, we have to sacrifice. And then great team sacrifice, great players sacrifice. So if everybody's willing to sacrifice from player 1 to player 12, that's going to make our team better.
John Hyde, please.
Courtney, you just mentioned you guys, having that talk and having to sacrifice. Do you think that was something that was needed at this point? And why so late to say something like that when it should be something that should be known?
I mean, I feel like it was known. And then we went on break and people roles changed like it was mentioned before. So people get comfortable in one role, then you have people come back and things change. And then as a basketball player, it's kind of tough to be, I think I'm going to play this amount of minutes. In the next game, I might not play this amount of minutes. So it's just basically like, all right, this is what we're going to do from here on out. So there's no confusion. Then I feel like all the great teams have conversations mid-season throughout the season of like, all right, get back to your role, get back to doing what you do best to help our team win.
Nick Morrow, go ahead, please, sir.
Yeah, Courtney, after that, the loss to Oklahoma State, Chuck was saying you were the guy that really came out and sort of set the tone in practice the next few days. Where was your mind at after that loss? And, what was your, approach to trying to get the guys to the level where y'all were playing at before?
I feel like my approach was just to be a leader, bring a lot of positivity, and just get back to doing what I was doing before I went into COVID protocol. I feel like I was kind of like battling back of just getting back my groove and focusing on myself instead of just focusing on my team and just bringing them energy. And I know at the end, if I bring them energy, it's going to bring energy to myself. So that's what I was trying to do before we played Kansas State, was just bring a lot of energy to them. And then ultimately, it just brought energy to myself too.
Like you said, you're a guy that, prides himself on being a voice for this team, but you have a lot of different guys with different personalities. I mean, so when you're trying to talk to guys and exert your leadership style, I mean, do you have a different approach to talking to like somebody like Jericho as opposed to somebody like Brock or Andrew?
For sure. I mean, that's something that I've like learned over the years. Everybody's different, but at times you can get on people the same way. If they're not doing what's asked, you have to get on them. But sometimes you have to encourage them too if they're doing something good. So it's a mixture of both, and that's what I'm still trying to learn each and every day of how to coach somebody or get on somebody the best way for them so they can respond better.
Jeff Barker, please.
Hey, Courtney, you mentioned rhythm a few minutes ago, and you guys had a quick turnaround after that Oklahoma State loss. How much has it helped getting back from Manhattan and now being able to, have a little bit more time to work on different things you guys need to work on in practice and all that to kind of get that rhythm back and then show it on Saturday?
We got a tough stretch coming up. We got 5 games in 11 days. So we just got to know that each and every game, we just got to give our all and just focus on one game at a time. But it was good to be back, have a day off, kind of like think about the game and just regroup, you know. We know Saturday's going to be a battle tomorrow. So we just want to go at them before they go at us and just have fun attacking them.
Follow up to Dustin McComas.
Courtney, looking back at the Kansas State game, because you guys do have a little bit of time, it's not as quick of a turnaround as the Oklahoma State game. Now that you guys kind of reviewed some things and probably talked a little bit more, what do you need to take away from that game that you hope you guys show on the court on Saturday?
We just have to keep playing. I think we had them down 18 and we let them come back. And we had a couple games like that this year when we had like big leads and we let the team come back. We just didn't look like the same team for the rest of the game. So I feel like the biggest thing is to stay consistent because we had games where we had teams down and we kept them down. So it's just basically just trying to repeat those performances, which is hard because the other teams are good too and they're trying to fight back. So we just have to show that we're a great team, and then when we get teams down, we just keep them down. I think that's the biggest improvement we can make.
Follow up to Brian Davis, please.
Courtney, who goes and puts their arm around Royce and says, you know, come on, man, we need you?
We all did. I did. I talked to Royce 24/7. He's like a brother to me, but we all talked to him. You know what I'm saying? And he said his emotions got the best of him. We got past it. You know what I'm saying? We talked about it. He said sorry. We all believe in him, and he knows his role. You know what I'm saying? But I know being a basketball player, your emotions can get high. And we just talked to him. It was like, keep it in circle next time, and then we just got past it.
Sure. I mean, it's funny you mentioned roles. I mean, that's the one thing that it feels like to me that this team has done very well is everybody knows how to play their role to make the whole thing go. I mean, do you still feel that way even after this whole COVID disruption?
I mean, for sure. People were put in different roles. We had different star lineups out there. We had people playing more minutes than they ever saw in their time here. Mm-hmm. So you can get used to that. And then when you have players come back and then those roles kind of like, not say disappear, but lessen, you feel like, dang, like I was just playing 35 minutes, now I'm playing 10 or whatever. But you got to understand what's best for our team. Some nights you're going to play 25. Some nights you're going to play 30. Some nights you might play 5. So if that's what's best for our team, ultimately, if you care about Texas winning, then you have to be willing to sacrifice, like I said earlier.